Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, New Year's edition. Happy freaking New Year, episode 137, Chris.
Woo, Happy New Year, 2022.
Starting off the year with a bang, Chris. Really? Keep Lorenzo away from the board. We are in the home studio right now. Back.
Yes.
We're back. Guess who's back? So
I hope everybody enjoyed last week's replay.
Yeah, we did the rerun.
Do
we still have that? No. The what's happening? No, we don't.
Oh,
we
no,
don't.
we didn't. No.
That was fun. So
somebody jumped on that pretty quick.
These early risers, man. They must just get up and instead of coffee, they listen to the podcast first thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they probably listen to the podcast while their coffee's brewing.
Well, there you go. So,
Killing two birds.
Kevin Poole and Brian Hansel were the ones to jump in on those little Easter eggs that we threw out there.
Yeah.
First person to DM me the correct answer.
Right.
So it was a radioactive spider, and that was a clip from 21 Jump Street.
That's right. 21
Everybody
Jump
was
Street.
saying Spider-Man. Well, there was a lot of answers for Spider-Man, and a few people jumped in with 21 Jump Street, and that's the one I was referring to was 21 Jump Street.
That's the movie, not the TV show.
The movie, correct.
I think we had the old Johnny Depp conversation before.
Yeah, and then we had the What's Happening with rerun.
Rerun.
We did the rerun. Yeah. See how that all just tied together?
Well, you're
I mean,
you're a wizard with words. You're a linguist
to infinity and beyond here. So this is it. So that was cool. So I asked their shirt size, and I sent each one Brian and Kevin shirts. So yeah. So congrats, boys. They were like both right around 5 a.m.
Yeah.
When they DM me the correct answer. So
and you're still sleeping, probably.
I was still sawing logs.
I was at work starting my day.
REM sleep. So just finishing up my REM sleep.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was great. But hey, Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too.
It has been quite a year. We really didn't do an end of the year recap. We talked about it, but I don't know. You can go listen to all 52 episodes from last year if you want to recap.
We had a great year. I mean, between traveling to Meadow Lake and the bourbon tasting that went on, and of course your hiatus from drinking any alcohol.
128 days sober.
Man, that was awesome.
128, and that ended on Christmas Eve abruptly, and the whole family was like watching me with the first glass of wine.
You were shaking. Did they have any videos of wine shaking out of the glass or anything?
No, it wasn't that bad. But I did break the sobriety.
Were paramedics on call?
No hangover, nothing. It's just moderation moving forward. But
nice.
It was nice to have wine again.
Yeah, no, wine with dinner is always a treat.
So good.
That's nice.
And then my uncle fixed an old fashioned too. So I had 2 glasses of wine and an old fashioned on Christmas Eve. What was
the bourbon?
It was Willet.
Oh, Willet.
Yeah, Willet. He had some nice Willet.
Excellent.
Which I know Tyler just gave Jimmy on Snail Trail I was listening to. So the latest episode that I listened to, which is going to be a couple episodes old by the time this drops on January 4th.
January 4th, that's right.
So, hey, speaking of bourbon.
Yes, sir.
We have the coveted Old Elk Infinity Blend in front of us here.
Yes, we do.
And this, by master distiller Greg Metz.
Mm-hmm.
He put it together. We talked about what an infinity bottle is. It's a blend.
That's right.
Of people taking, you could take the first couple fingers out of your bottle, brand new bottle that you open up, and putting it in a decanter, or you take the end of that bottle, whatever. But basically, you're marrying together a collection of your bottles or bourbon whiskeys that you thought were good, or you just started playing scientist and
right.
and master distiller blender.
But the general theme is you want to take the same brand bourbon and for your infinity bottle. You don't want to be mixing Bullet and Willet and
right,
and whatnot.
Right. Well, you don't. Yeah, you don't want to mix, any flavored whiskey or anything like that. So,
just wanted to clarify that for the listeners. I'm sure they're all aware of that.
Yes, absolutely. So this is pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can find what's in here. So we've got Old Elk straight bourbon whiskey. So they're normal.
They're regular. Uh-huh.
Yep, 6 year, age 6 years. That's 60%.
Okay.
And then Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
And that's age 12 years.
Ooh.
So now remember, Greg was at MGP for years, which is a major distilling house, right? Seagram's and all that stuff. So they did a bunch of custom blends for people and custom, distilling. And so he had access to all these great barrels, and of course he knew what was what. Mm-hmm. And so he chose this 12-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. So 24% that, and then he's got another one here, another barrel that's aged 11 years.
Okay.
And that's 16%. So it's a blend of those three together for their first Infinity Blend from Old Elk.
Nice.
So let's give it a little taste here.
I've already tasted.
Oh, you have? Oh, well, what'd you think?
It's let me taste it again. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Well, I like the notes in there. I mean, it's got caramelly, no smoke.
No, big caramel there, right up. Butterscotch.
Yeah. But a little bit of heat on the tail.
Oh, I'm not getting that.
This is pretty good.
Oh man, how I missed you.
But the caramel, there's a lot of caramel in there. That's what hits you hard.
It is. It's caramel, butterscotch. There's definitely some. Let me get. That old. It's smooth, and there's definitely some. You get some old, historic, leather-bound book at the end there. Cigars.
Leather-bound. I'm not getting the cigar.
Yeah, I'm getting the
old.
I'm getting the old. Just a nice, rich depth.
I'm getting a little spicy clove.
There's definitely a little spice going on.
Yeah.
It's good. Nothing like a rye, but
no. But,
holy smokes!
But it's settling in, and it's my belly is pretty warm right now. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. Lorenzo's holding out his hoof. He wants to try some. Do we let him try some?
No. He hasn't earned it.
Well, I don't know. He's been a good ass.
He's been a good ass.
Good ass. He start off the year right. Let's see what he does here.
Pour him a little bowl.
All right, let's give him a little bit here. Let's see.
Send him up to the lick log.
All right, here you go, Lorenzo. There you go.
No, this is definitely good. We'll have to put that in the secret cabinet.
That is definitely that's got to be in a chuck-free zone.
That's definitely not going down to KOH.
No. Well, if it does, it's going to be locked up. I was going to say with Lorenzo, but I think maybe that's not a good idea.
No,
he likes it. Oh my gosh. Look at that tail wag. I haven't seen the tail wag like that since he came back from his kidnapping.
His ears are way up.
Wow.
His ears are so way up, his hat just flew off.
He still has a Santa hat, yeah. Oh, man. That is good.
Yeah, no, totally worth it.
Look at the ridge of fur standing up on his back. It's just like a Rhodesian ridgeback there.
Well, his hackles are up. He looks like he's pretty happy.
Did you say hackles?
Hackles.
Hackles.
Yeah.
You are just a wealth of knowledge there, Cliff Clavin.
Okay.
All right, Norrie boy.
Oh man, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
Milk-bone underwear. That was one of his classic lines, wasn't it?
I think that was the big guy.
Norm.
Norm
would say that. Yeah.
Norm said that. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
that's from a sitcom called Cheers, Youngins out there. You probably never heard of it.
Oh, there we go.
So,
Cheers.
But it was a great
Where
show.
everybody knows your name.
It was a bar in Boston, a fictitious bar in Boston.
Well, it's a real bar in Boston now.
Well, and I've actually been to the real.
Have you really?
Yeah, when I was in living back there. Just did a drive-by.
Oh, you didn't go inside.
No.
You didn't partake.
No.
Wow. Well, I 2 thumbs up over here, 5 stars. Highly recommend.
Yep.
That is excellent. So we got it through their website.
That's right.
When it was first available. Placed an order. Code of Cold Nose and did place an order as well. Both our orders were canceled.
Yep.
Like a couple days afterwards because it goes through like a third party, even though it's through their website, but then it gets distributed out to a third party that's near your neck of the woods, nape of the way.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. I guess they didn't have enough or they ran out or what. So I reordered. It said, okay, reorder. And then, boom, the order went through. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And it's here. It's arrived. And there was some Old Elk rye that accompanied it. That's sitting right here as well.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I might have to open that one up too.
Yeah. That's a brand new straight rye whiskey. And I know from the tasting, when they gave us the little samplers, it was really, really good. And I was gravitating towards ryes before my sobriety.
Uh-huh.
So I think we'll see if I still like the ryes. And,
I'm sure you will.
Continue down that
Okay. Well,
rye path.
We'll try that. In moderation. Moderation is the key, youngins, kids, and ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good. Christmas Day, partook, and then, haven't drank since till now. So here we are. New year.
Oh,
new
right
you.
on.
New me.
I drank on Christmas Day. I drank the day after Christmas. I drank, for my
This
son's
morning?
birthday.
There you go.
I may have a problem.
I don't know.
No.
It's only a problem if it's a problem.
Well, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem if you can stop.
Yeah. So anyway, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey back in business.
We are back.
With the bourbon drinkers and the whiskey drinkers, and Jason's drinking wine again. Yoo-hoo!
Oh, yes. And, it was amazing how much money you save by going to a restaurant and not drinking.
I'm telling you.
Just having water, And, boy, that shaves like $20 off the tab right there.
All right. And the waitress is like, this cheap bastard.
Oh, yeah. But I still tipped well. Tipped well. Yeah.
Just the tip?
Just the tip. But and then I didn't go into any Bevmos or Total Wines or any local liquor stores perusing.
Wish I could say the same thing.
Because I didn't need, I am fully stocked. And
Of
it
course.
was like, I could go another 10 years without buying another bottle of any wine or whiskey or anything like that and still have reserves.
Yeah, no, you definitely could lock yourself in that bomb shelter and be fine.
Yeah, so it was nice to go back out there and revisit because there was, I still went out there. I had to tend to
blow the dust off.
Yeah, to blow the dust off and get a few things.
Cobwebs.
And I still brought wine to events and stuff, but I just didn't drink. I mean, like Trail Hero and I was pouring whiskey but not drinking, so it was odd.
I admire
but it worked. I did it.
Dedication to that cause. That was good.
Yeah.
All right, moving on up.
Let's do it.
We have so we don't have any new patrons, but we do always want to thank our patrons.
Heck yeah!
And
welcome to the new year.
Welcome to the new year, absolutely. And I want to go do a shout out to patrons that have been with us for 1 year or longer.
Okay.
So we've got, I should have been prepared here. And I'm kind of off.
Well, how about I'll let you buy some time there. How about the gifts we gave to the Old Elk patrons?
Oh, yeah.
Old Elk tier. And Johnny from Dirtbag Johnny pulled through for us and had these black camo hats and then sewed on our Wheeling Wine and Whiskey patch.
That's right.
And was able to box those up and get them out. And I think, at least a majority of people got them right before Christmas.
Oh, my God.
Like December 23rd and 24th, we were getting posts left and right that they showed up on their doorstep. So that was the perfect timing.
Absolutely.
Worked out great. It was our pleasure, and I'm so glad that people are enjoying them. And it was, just something we want to do. We don't do the gift box thing like Snail Trail and stuff. We we just but we want to give back, and we give till it hurts here on this podcast. So
that's true. That's true.
So yeah, so it's been great, and just posted up some more today that came out. Which would be a few days. We're time traveling. Anyways, if you're following the Instagram, you've seen these posts of the hats that have been arriving. So there you go. Limited edition. I don't know if we're going to do any more.
Well, we'll see. We're kind of running.
I hope we get a couple.
I know, right?
I mean, I didn't get one in the mail. Did you get one in the mail?
I did not.
I have to call Johnny and see what's going on.
Lorenzo might be a flaw in the system.
Lorenzo's still wearing the Santa hat, so he didn't get one.
Drinking the freaking bourbon, so he'll be useless
that.
pretty quick.
See, before he would have just slurped that right down, right?
Yep.
And see how he's swirling it now. He's just pushing it around on the table with his hoof.
Yeah.
And enjoying. He's sticking his nose all the way down there.
He's getting the snot all.
Yeah.
Ew.
Well, that's his, so I don't care. Whatever. Donkey cooties.
That's right. All right, I'm ready.
Donkey slobber.
So yeah, I think
Andy will probably have something to say about that.
Jesus Christ.
He's going to make some sticker out of donkey slobber.
We've been a little neglectful in our lax in our mentioning of patrons with their 1 year.
It's hard to keep up with all this stuff, huh? I mean, it's just, we got all these ideas to record and we just roll down the road and then it's like, boom, then you realize, damn
rabbit
it.
hole. Oh, squirrel. So anyway, I think we left off with somebody I know. His name's Hudson. We left off with him last time. So I think we also talked about Mike Klein, right?
Yep.
We already mentioned him. So I think we're at Rod Littleton. He's a 1 year. He back in November would have been his 1 year anniversary as a patron. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Rod.
Thank you for your support. And then, of course, moving into Don with the Rover Boys.
Oh, Donnie boy.
He's also a 1 year patron.
Call back in. Mr. Blanton's, we call him here on the podcast.
If he hasn't mentioned Blanton's.
I don't know.
If he scored.
Is he going to be at KOH? Donnie, if you're going to be at KOH, you come by and I will hook you up with Blanton's.
You can't have a bottle, but...
no, I'm still missing a couple letters to complete the name.
I thought you did that.
No, I'm missing 2 letters.
Okay. Moving on, we got CJ with a CJ.
CJ with a CJ.
Celebrating his 1 year. Absolutely, he's going to be at Hammers. And then we have Joe Santos. They're celebrating his 1 year.
All right.
And then, coming up on 1 year for James Davenport.
Night Run.
Night Run. We'll just call him
Mr. Night Run. That's what we put on his flask, right?
That's right, Night Run.
Night Run.
And I will tell you, Night Run on one side and I'm awake on the other.
Oh, that's freaking great. And he was dying laughing. He called, because, we called him out on a couple podcasts ago.
Uh-huh.
And called him out on something we said Night Run. Oh, James just walked in. And so, yeah, he was dying laughing. But it's true.
It's true.
It's true. It's true.
He's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got me. You got me. All right. So anyway, we're caught up on our 1 year or our anniversaries for our patrons. Love all of you. We super appreciate all your support, and the show wouldn't be the same without you.
No, it definitely has helped immensely, and keep things going and defray some of these costs that are that Lorenzo incurred.
Yep.
On his junket
We're still
to
paying that credit
Mexico
card
and Spain. But anyways,
I have to declare bankruptcy.
Yes, Lorenzo, you better be on your best behavior. Continue. You're doing good. Keep it up.
So what's his cage look like for
22.
KOH? Is it?
I've got some ideas. So, it's like he's got to go.
Well,
Where he wants to go. He says, hey, I know last year was a shitty year. And he apologized profusely, and it wasn't 100% his fault. So
he is chipped now. So.
He is, and we do have insurance on him.
How did he feel about getting that tag attached?
Yeah, he didn't like it. Didn't like it. No, he said it did remind him of a night in Mexico, but or Tijuana, I think he said. Yeah,
Tijuana. Well, yeah.
But. Anyways, so. He needs to go, and I've got some ideas.
Okay, well,
so that he will be visible but untouchable.
Wow.
Yeah,
so and it'd be like a cage with a brass pole in it, and
right,
mounted on the outside of the camper.
I don't know about the brass pole, but something. Okay. Be under. I have talked to. I got a buddy that does security for celebrities.
Uh-huh.
and I said, hey, could you spare anybody for KOH? And I gave him the time frame, and he's like, yeah, I got a couple people available. So might have a security guard full time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody like Black Widow or something?
I don't know. I didn't ask names. I don't ask questions I don't want to know the answers to, Chris.
And she's a lethal weapon.
Well, I know. But they will be packing. And the
Black Widow's
security
definitely
is,
packing.
Yeah. Well, there you go. don't know where you're going with this. You're scaring me. You're scaring Lorenzo. Well,
all right. Anyway, okay. So there you go.
So yeah, and it was, speaking of KOH, so we reran that episode,
yes,
episode 34.
Right.
And you did a nice intro. That was very nice.
I know. I did my
I was
Barry
out.
White sitting in a calm room voice.
Yes. Did you have any whiskey or anything in front of you, or did
no,
you?
I
No,
was
you
stone
were
sober.
Oh wow.
Do my best work stone sober.
You did well.
Not really.
You did well.
Anyway,
but I listened to that episode. That was a 2-hour long episode.
Yeah.
And we had like a half an hour plus of banter prior to getting into the nuts and bolts of that thing. So if you haven't listened to that yet, you can go back our last episode of the year, or you can go back to episode 34 minus Chris's intro.
Yeah.
And listen to it. And then if you don't want to hear all the banter, then you could fast forward about 30-40 minutes. But it was interesting. One, it's fun to go back here. Here we are. That was 100 and now 33 episodes ago.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, or 100, I should say 103 episodes ago.
Yeah.
As episode 34. And sound quality.
Yeah,
it was distinctive. Your breathing was there.
Yep. Old microphones.
Old microphones. Yep. And mixing boards, so the sound quality is improved, and that is thanks to our patrons that afforded us that luxury here, and to keep up with the
Roadcaster Pro.
Fellow podcasters out there. We got to stay on our A game here.
That's right.
Because you slip a little bit, and you're going to be just left in the mud like a stuck Toyota, man. So
banging off the rev limiter.
Banging off the rev limiter. No, where is it? You don't even. No, it's on the other page. Other page. See, you don't even know. He hasn't ran the board, and Lorenzo's still learning it. It's very quiet though. There it is. I love that one. So, but a couple things from that was interesting. Because I was New Year's that time frame. I spent New Year's Eve at Old Trestle Distilling and spent like 3-4 hours with Jake Holshoe,
right,
who's now with Rogue Distilling in Oregon.
In Oregon,
and that's where he was before coming down to Truckee to Old Trestle. But anyways, phenomenal distiller, wealth of knowledge. And it was so good talking with him. And we said, hey, I said, I got to come back and record with you. And we were going to do that. And then he left to Oregon. So we still want to do that with you, Jake. I know he listens to the show.
Does good.
Yeah. And friends with Christina. The Huntress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mr. Harry.
Wagner,
and Jonathan. So, so we've got that connection still abound. We still communicate there. So, definitely want to circle back with him and get him on the podcast. And then, what was funny is we were talking about the Snail Trail meet and greet, and you drove your Jeep there.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you were pretty. That was the last time you drove your Jeep, I think.
On the street.
Yeah. So,
and that was on 33s.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I drove, as the listeners will probably remember, July 4th this past year, I drove to work about 25 miles.
Right.
On 35s. And, yeah. Now, I will say there's still a broken bracket on my track bar, so that's probably contributing to why my steering's so wonky. Craig, my son Craig's supposed to bring his welder over so we can weld that bracket and make everything tighten that steering back up, because it's a little scary sometimes.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Anyway, it's episode 34 or 130. Well, it's unnumbered.
It's unnumbered for that, but I do have one other thing. So what was interesting, it's kind of like, the Simpsons episodes where they've been running for so many years, and people keep referring back that they predicted the future with some of the stuff that the scenes that they had and stuff. And, like even COVID, they like predicted that, right? So they tie all this stuff back to the Simpsons. They're way ahead of the the crystal ball here of what the future is going to hold. Well, I had jokingly said that Lorenzo was going to go live at Jimmy's ranch.
I missed that.
Yeah, I said it in that episode. I said, you should just go live at Jimmy's ranch there. Be happy there. And
you did
literally, yes. A few,
a year later,
in a couple days, he ended up at Jimmy's ranch.
Well, I'll
Snail Trail compound.
I missed that part of it, but I will say in the very beginning of the episode when I was editing it, and I considered chopping out that first part after I did my new intro. But when you said something about, here we go, 2020, and then it could be a shit show or it could be a great year.
Welcome to the shit show.
Fuck. Well, 2020 turned into 2 months later, wow.
Had we known. Full-blown shit show.
Yeah.
Literally.
We didn't know. I mean, it was just, but here you go. Like you said, time traveling and, predicting the future, whatever you want to call it. But
pretty interesting, huh?
Crazy.
So, if you really want to know what's going on in the world, you got to listen to this podcast and
go back and listen to all the old podcasts.
Yeah.
And then you'll know the future.
Our old crazy 8-ball that we shake up and get our ideas from, it pays off sometimes.
I will say from the technical side, when I opened that episode up in the software to edit it, and I'm like, it came up on the screen, and I'm like, oh shit, this was the old board, because it comes up.
Oh yeah, mono.
It didn't have the multi-track like I've grown really accustomed to and happy with the editing, because then I can. If you do something like you're on the other side of the room and you cough or whatever, I can isolate that cough with the multi-track, but with the single track of all the mixed sounds, can't do that.
And that's the way the Snail Boys still record till today, right?
I believe
mono?
So, yeah.
Yeah,
they really should
mono,
be multi-track like we do. But
they can't be like us.
No, that's why we're one step above, baby.
There you go.
Yeehaw!
You got it.
So anyway,
tough to keep up with the old dogs here.
I know, right? Well, we're always cutting the new path. Blazing trails.
So a couple highlights there, and if you don't want to go back and listen to the whole episode, but you're going to KOH and you've never been, was bring an RV or stay in an RV, some kind of enclosed.
Oh yeah, no. Tents are bad.
Even a cargo trailer, an enclosed cargo trailer is better than a tent because the wind out there, and you're dry camping, 100% dry camping. Means you bring your own water. They got toilets out there, porta potties, blue boxes, but
if you need, and if you don't have, that's also, it can be a pretty good hike in the morning when you really need to go.
Yeah, and there's no trees around there or anything.
No trees. Shrubs.
Yeah, be prepared for cold weather because it can get crazy cold. It snowed there before. And it could be super hot. You could be in shorts the whole week, and like the couple years ago was great.
Day.
It could be that way in one day where you wake up in your Carhartt onesie, nice. With your mittens and heated jacket and everything underneath your Carhartt onesie, and then you later on that afternoon you're in your mankini. Walking around Hammertown, so your USA red, white, and blue mankini there. That's a good one, Chris. Goggles.
Yes,
that was one of our pro tips. Be prepared for that wind.
Yep.
Goggles are absolutely godsend and essential. And then I brought up the phone, making sure your phone home screen has a cell phone number and name of person to contact if your phone is lost.
Yep.
Everybody at least can access your home screen, and that number is going to pop up with a name that is not on the lake bed.
Right.
So it doesn't do any good if it's somebody on the lake bed because chances of getting a hold of them are slim and none.
No phone home.
Yeah. So, your spouse that you left at home, your cousin, your lover.
And if another dude answers the phone when you call your wife,
that's not good.
I don't know.
That's not good.
That's
so,
not on us.
Your ass, your favorite ass, whatever. So, yeah, somebody else that is not on the lake bed. So that is key because, it's just chaos down there. Phones get lost, dropped in the,
we almost lost your phone.
We did. I mean, just wheeling. We were out zipping around the sand dunes, and it fell onto the floorboard. And
we thought it was gone. And I was like, that's gone.
Yeah, I'm like, oh boy, and it's buried in the sand. But luckily, it was in the skid plate down below.
That's
so
right.
that was a good save. That was before my Mob Armor mount.
That's right.
That works freaking wonderful. Shout out to Mob Armor. They're not a sponsor, but they could be.
It could be. We're looking for sponsors.
Mobarmor.com. Put in Lorenzo VIP for a 20% discount. So anyways, and then GPS is whether it's on your phone or something, you got some maps of the area or coordinates of where your camp's supposed to be, because even if you're driving in the middle of daylight trying to find camp is if you're coming in later in the week, like Monday on, it's so hard to find camp if you don't know and you've never been there before. So do yourself a favor, download some maps of the areas. Of course, we prefer Gaia. There's Onyx. There's what's the other one that's popular out there? I don't know. Those two are coming to mind right now, but just having some Onyx. Carto Track. Oh, the BFG on track one, which they're doing the BFG hunt again this year at KOH. So James Ronda, Kobe, and I, Georgia Boy, participated in that at Trail Hero.
Okay.
So they have a free version where you hit 5 checkpoints, and then that enters you for prizes. Each checkpoint has a prize tied with it.
Okay.
But then you could pay, I think it's $25 for the King of the Hammers version, and I don't know, there's going to be 10, 12, 15 checkpoints.
Okay.
You get a photo at that location, and most of them are like, Hammertown, at the fire pit.
Okay.
With the Tribe 16, metal statue in the center or something, but not well it's
whatever
lit.
Their decoration.
Whatever. So they have you submit it that way, and it's all done through your phone. I don't know, with reception being bad down there. Now that I think about that, that's going to be interesting of how they're going to submit that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, man,
because we had to take a photo.
Uh-huh.
And you had to be in the picture at that particular location at Trail Hero, or some of them, a couple of them, you didn't have to be in the picture. But regardless, you had to upload a photo on their website to be entered for that particular checkpoint and prize. So,
and you have all week. It's not a one-day thing.
No, you do. It starts January 14th, actually, and goes till, I believe, the Saturday. But go on to the BFG website and check that out. The trail, KOH Trail Hunt. They also have an IG page.
I'll include that in the show notes.
Yeah, do that in the show notes. That'd be awesome. But anyway, so we got a little sidetracked there with GPS, but those were some key takeaways from that episode. So
right on.
Fun stuff. All right. Well, moving forward here.
Well, we have a review. A new review.
Got a review, and I got a voicemail. So you want to read the review first?
We're taking care of podcast business. So we have a new review from Rock Ranger. I believe is that Lenny?
I think that is Lenny.
No, right on Lenny.
Green Ranger.
That's right. He camped with us. He camped with us at King of the Hammers last year.
KOH.
So 5-star review podcast. It's titled. Thank you for another great year of podcasting. Hope to see you both at the Hammers.
There you go.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Lenny. Rock Ranger.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Very cool. So that's the latest review.
Okay.
And if you want to leave a review, 5-star review, you can do that on Apple iTunes, I believe it is.
That's the best way.
And if you do that and leave a nice review for us, make sure you DM Jason on the IG at wheelingwinewhiskey.com, and he will be more than happy to send you off a sticker.
I will send you a sticker. And you don't have to be, I know there's some Apple platform haters out there, and you don't have to be an Apple owner to put an Apple review. You can go on to the
you do it on the laptop.
You can do it on your laptop. You can go in through Apple iTunes and do it through there. You can do it through your Android phone too,
absolutely.
if you had to. But anyways, so please leave us a review if you haven't. A gentle nudge and reminder, 5-star review, and you will get a sticker.
That's right. So
if
you
it's
can represent wherever
less than
you're
a 5-star, then we appreciate
your support.
The support, and we just won't send you a sticker.
No sticker for you. No soup for you.
Maybe Lorenzo will send you something, but
maybe
that's our
his used bowl or something.
I know something.
All right. Okay. What's that voicemail you got?
Oh, you want voicemail? All right.
Yeah, let's
see
do
here.
that.
I'm going to go into the voicemails. Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Hi, Jason. It's Ellen,
Ellen.
one of your patrons.
She didn't
Just
say hi
want
to
to
me.
thank you for the Christmas gift that arrived today.
What?
And keep on talking, you guys. I'm enjoying this, and I'm almost caught up after getting way, way, way behind.
Uh-oh.
So, hope to see you guys soon. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
Awesome.
Ellen.
So there, Ellen got her hat in the mail.
Yeah, she's a patron. That's right.
That was cool. Calling in to say thank you. That's awesome. Glad you enjoyed, Ellen. Glad you're listening. Thank you for your support.
Ellen's a longtime dear friend of ours.
Yeah, and Ellen reminds me of like Amber. She would send her Wrangler anywhere.
That's right. Just send it.
The old square headlight. Your fellow square headlight owner
right.
there.
Love the squares.
Love it to be square.
Yep.
So, anyways, thanks, Ellen. Appreciate the calling in. So, what is that phone number if you want to call in, Chris?
408-800-5169.
Yep.
That's again 408-800-5169.
Yes, very good. So call in, leave a voicemail, and we'll play it unless it's from Tyler. And I want to do that. Yeah, had fun with their voicemail. I don't know if you caught that on their the Snail Trail podcast. I called in.
Oh, the one with Shirley?
Shirley,
That
hello,
was
this
great.
is Shirley.
Yep.
As in Shirley, nobody drinks Fireball.
We'll scare him off that Fireball soon.
Oh my gosh, that's
That was great. I had to slow it down because I listened
more
fast.
annoying than a Toyota banging off its rev limiter at 3 a.m. in the morning in camp. Oh, I love it. That is so good.
That's friendly fire. Friendly
so
fire.
good.
So right on.
We will be hearing that nonstop at Hammers.
hearing what?
That.
Oh, that.
That.
Hey, let's switch gears a little bit and talk. I know there's been some activity. Obviously, there's been a lot of snow has been falling up in the mountains.
Oh man, this is a dream. This is a skier's dream right here. Unbelievable. Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon.
Yeah, there's all kinds of names that have been thrown around, but it is a full-on blizzard.
Well, and it broke. So this is
Blew out the 1970 record.
Exactly, the 1970 record was destroyed. It's like 197 inches or something.
Yeah,
like that,
and more snow that hit. We're recording just before the New Year's here,
right?
But the month of December will break over 200 inches.
Oh yeah. Because there's another storm on the way. It's crazy
for 1 month of snow totals in California. So that is freaking ton of snow, and it started out wet and heavy and rainy, which is perfect base.
Right.
We affectionately refer to that as Sierra cement.
That's right.
And then it just got cold, and you just got that
Fluffy.
light blower, fluffy powder.
Yep, which is rare.
Yeah. And so, we're talking over 16 feet of snow.
In like a week.
Well, over the month of December, but yeah. So talking to Samurai James is up there working the highway, and he said it was like 3-4 feet a day.
That's crazy.
Just coming down, no reprieve. He saw sunlight at one little break in the weather, and glorious for 10 minutes, and then it was back to snowing.
So as beautiful as it is, and as peaceful as it looks and sounds and whatnot, but make no mistake, this is extremely dangerous. This type of snowfall
Avalanche
we're talking
City.
about. Avalanche. You get people going up there that don't know what they're doing. They think they're going to go play in the snow with their stock 4x4, and next thing you know, they're in trouble.
Yeah, there's been some recoveries already of people that have spent the night out there. I've seen all kinds of stuff on the old IG and Facebooks.
Yep. Hearing lots of stories.
Wait, hang on a second. I got to pass this down to you.
Oh yeah, you do.
So that is the straight
whiskey.
wheat. I'm sorry, straight rye. Straight
rye whiskey.
Rye whiskey. Yeah. So this is the straight rye from Old Elk. Just pouring a little finger tonight. We're it's a school night.
It's a work night.
It's a work night. So let's see here.
Oh boy.
We've
had this, but this is wow.
Oh, I really, really like that.
That's going to go great in a Manhattan.
I like it a lot. That is that is screaming good. And that spice, I mean, it's like there, and it's like it hits early, but it's like just mellows out, just like it slides right on down.
It's like sliding into the weekend.
It really is like sliding down the ski slope with 16 feet of new powder. Pow pow.
Wow, that's smooth. No, it is.
No,
it
that
is.
really. I'm.
A lot of spice.
You don't see, and you don't get as much caramel on this, but
No.
you do have that little
spice action.
little bit.
No, I don't. This doesn't suck. This is quite good. All right, run out and buy your straight rye whiskey if you can find it.
Wow. I'm just gonna say wow.
Yeah, wow for 500.
That is, I'm gonna give that 8 stars out of 5.
Wow, I know that's
No,
that's
that
a
is
good one.
Boy.
That's a good one.
I
I'm going to take this
miss
bottle
it.
home with me.
I miss Old Elk. So good.
Yeah. So
Just makes me appreciate it more, since
Sure.
taking a little hiatus. But I'm all about the flavor. It's not the alcohol and all that stuff. The buzz.
Well, it's
that's
just the
all
alcohol. You sit there
secondary,
and drink Fireball and get fucking
Well,
hammered.
yeah, exactly. Or rubbing alcohol. Don't laugh. I've known people that have done that.
A little bit of wood alcohol.
Yeah.
You could go blind. or
Yes,
whatever.
exactly.
Good shit, man. It's got some kick.
Methanol.
It's got some kick.
So anyways, that is very good. I'm trying to figure out, it's hard to describe because I'm so just enamored with it here. It is getting some,
Again, I'm getting a little bit of clove in there, a little bit of caramel, spicy, good, spicy goodness, but and very smooth.
get a little. Oh man, I hate to say it, cherry. I mean, but like a
Cherry?
good, like a really dark, rich cherry. Yeah, because there's a little sweet, but there's that tart, and it's
very hint. It's a hint.
no. Yes. Anyways,
I mean, it's there. If you taste it,
That's
it's there.
right.
That's what you always
That's
say.
right.
So, but
well,
no leather bound books in this one.
no, I'm not getting that old smoky, or essence of smoke at all.
Nope.
Or any. It's just good.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So a story I heard was Sidiot, Baytard. I've heard all kinds of different
Baytard.
Yeah, what they call the
Wow,
Bay
never
Area
heard that
people.
one. All right.
Well, I mean, we are one, but
Yes, we are.
but we are much better educated in the off-road snowy climates than your average bear
Shit,
from
I can do
from the
things
Bay
with a
Area.
front wheel drive or rear wheel drive car. A lot
Sure,
of people would
exactly.
just dream of.
Weren't you on Nitro Circus?
Yeah, hell
for a while
yeah.
there. Yeah, that's
I
what
learned to
thought.
drive on the snowy roads in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
So banging off the rev limiter.
Yes.
So
Banging off something.
there was a car in the middle of the road, stopped, and windows were completely fogged up.
Uh-huh.
And this individual asked if, defroster worked, and the individual driving the car did not even know what a defroster was.
Great.
And this is somebody that's driving in whiteout, snowy conditions
Was it a Prius?
in a two-wheel drive. No, it wasn't a Prius, because they would have definitely mentioned that. But anyways, people just, oh my gosh, if these are your friends or whatever, just first of all, don't talk to them anymore. But before you stop talking to them, just tell them to stay out of the Sierras during the winter conditions like that.
You need to know what you're doing.
It's not. I mean, even for the people that are experienced, it's
no joke.
extreme and poor visibility. Whiteout conditions are whiteout conditions.
Yeah.
I don't care how good of a driver you are. If you can't see, you can't react.
So I was, I mean, and I spent a little bit of time on Facebook looking at. There's some great resources on there between Rescue 4x4. That's page. It's kind of run by, I guess, Tyler from Snow Trail.
He's one of the admins.
He's one of the admins and moderators on it. But then there's, if you don't follow the CHP Truckee Facebook page, you really should, because there's some internet gold right there during the winter.
They come up with some funny stuff.
But I mean, some of the stories that people relate on those pages, one of them was, whiteout conditions up in the Sierras are no joke. And he's like, I literally didn't realize I had left the road and until I almost ran into the pumps at the Nyack gas station.
Oh, geez.
He's like, I had to swerve.
Who was that? Was that a cop?
That wasn't a cop. It was just a reader on that posted onto that page as a comment on one of the CHP posts. And it's like this, because you just don't know.
I mean, just Jesus take the wheel right there.
Pretty much. You're just like, what the fuck? I mean, but again, you need to know what you're doing. Understand your vehicle. Like Jason just mentioned about the people that didn't know what their defroster was.
Yeah.
If your car is front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, you need to know which it is and put the chains on the right spot.
Right.
I've seen, as I've driven through the mountains, I've seen Priuses with chains on the rear tires.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Mustangs, that's pretty common for Mustang owners too.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a Mustang owner.
Well, but you would never drive. Your Mustang's never experienced snow, I'm sure.
No.
I couldn't imagine what that would be like in the snow. Just put sleds on it and go.
So bad. So bad.
So, but I mean, it's scary up there. It can be very scary if you don't know what you're doing. And keep an eye on the road conditions and whether you're using was it CARR? California.
Yeah, California Road Report. Of course, you got Caltrans app that gives you updates. The CHP Truckee page is also a good one. Monitoring Donner Summit there. There's a lot of great resources to stay up to date. Of course, you can call that 1-800 number from Caltrans, enter in the highway, and then it's got up to the minute recording of the latest and maybe not so greatest status of the highway.
And if the road's closed, don't go up there and booger things up.
So 80 was closed for like 4 days?
Yeah.
It was. I mean, that's insane. That's a major artery.
Huge.
There's huge for trucking, all those goods.
I mean, there's a shit ton of warehouses in Reno that need to get across the Sierra.
Yeah.
I mean, like my dog gets pet food from Chewy.
Okay.
And they have a huge warehouse on the outside of Sparks.
In Sparks, yeah, that's a lot of warehouses out there, a lot of space.
And yeah, so
it's the Texas of
exactly. But I mean, I remember it was last year we had a Chewy delivery that was delayed. It was the last year or the year before last. Well, we had extra food, but during the winter we always stock an extra bag. But it's just like you got a little scary for a while there. But yeah, it's an important commerce route, and for it to be shut down for 4 days that's a major deal. So, and then of course you got people going up there trying to bypass, and that's kind of where we're going with this. Is we actually had a conversation with Jason's cousin a little bit ago, trying to get.
Waze said, this is open, and we're like, no, it's not. We're just checking right now. It is not open, but Waze is saying it's open. So don't rely on your GPS.
Trust your GPS. Your GPS is wrong, and that's what a lot of people are running into. You need to stay on the
main roads, especially during those conditions, because if something does go south, at least they're going to find you. But if you get off on those subsidiary roads there, we'll find you in spring.
There are no back roads. Mm-hmm. There's in the winter there are no. You think the back roads are going to be better maintained than Interstate 80? No, not going to happen.
No.
I mean, it's so just either don't go or stay on the freeway and just wait it out.
And that's it. And I've got people that are I mean, I am one of the diehard skiers, and I am chomping at the bit to get up there, and it's just not smart. It's not smart right now. I'm on hold. Let them unbury, let them get roads safe, let them get ski resorts safe, and then go and partake. There'll be plenty of powder, and I get it. You want to make the first turns on the Virgin Pow, but what's it worth if you don't get there in one piece? So there was a skier missing at North Star, and as of this recording, has not been found, and that was Christmas Day,
That's
so
not good.
not good at all. And then that big storm coming in, and tree wells are no freaking joke. So,
This is an experienced guy. He doesn't have one of those what do they call those things? Beacon.
Yeah, well, a beacon transponder. Some of the clothing has the receiver on it that they can find as well. I don't know. What this individual had.
Something's gone wrong. So
I know that they mentioned that he'd moved to Tahoe in October, so he wasn't. I'm assuming that he hadn't been to it was at North Star, been there before, so he probably wasn't super familiar with the resort. But even then, I mean, you get sucked into a tree well upside down. It doesn't matter where you are, or how much experience you got. Anyways, I don't know. We just what's the takeaway from this? Just be smart.
Be smart. Use your
smart.
head.
Like one of my friends' moms say, no hospital. No hospital.
No hospital.
No hospital. That's a good rule to live by. No hospital.
Exactly.
That might be good for KOH too. No hospital. Don't do it.
So yeah, and then kind of continuing on with the snow running winter play. I mean, I know that and Mormon Emigrant Trail MET is closed. So
should have told you up front.
Do not try to go there. Do not knock the sign down. Do not cut the lock on the gate. Do not be a dick.
Nope.
This is a federal closure, people. This is a real deal.
Don't go off property. You can be on private property and not know it. So you need to really educate yourself on the area where you're out four-wheeling if you wander off the road.
And again, and I heard there was some shenanigans or jackassery or whatever you want to call it going up to Uncle Tom's cabin area, up Wentworth Springs, Ice House Road.
A lot of people off. So it's just getting impacted because people aren't recreating at MET.
Exactly.
So now they're moving up the hill, and that's causing some issues. And I don't care. We all want to go out there and have a good time. Just be respectful. And, we joke around about Toyotas and Jeeps and
side by
golf carts and all that stuff. But we're all out there to have a good time and need to respect each other that's out there just having a good time. And
don't block the road.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, don't block the freaking road. I mean, it's one thing if you're stuck, but don't sit there and have lunch in the middle of the damn road.
It's all fun and games until it isn't, people.
That's right. So all right. Well, that got a little preachy there.
Well, wow, but it had to be said. And I mean, again, there's a lot of resources. So if you don't follow, like Jason mentioned about CAR, about Caltrans, I also mentioned the CHP Truckee Facebook page. It's a great resource, and there's some really good humor in there too.
Yeah, just for entertainment value, it's good.
So that's how we lighten it up. But I mean, again, be smart and no hospitals.
There you go. I like it.
So, what else?
Well, there's some news here, hot off the press.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Our good buddy Kevin Jones pointed this out to me right before the podcast, hot off the press here.
What do you got?
All right. Well, this is going to be old news for some people that is in the know, but Mid-America Outdoors.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Jason Robinette. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's Robinet, how it's pronounced. Robinet. Mid-America Outdoors. So he announced that none other than JT Taylor is part of their race program now.
Really?
Yep. He
JT Taylor, formerly of Ultra 4 Racing.
That is correct.
Wow.
So he is going to be their race director. Lead their programs, and this is huge announcement for them, and they're super excited, as they should be. And there's reading about this. I mean, they're setting up their race schedule, and they are their whole thing is that they're going to focus on low entry fees with high payouts.
Oh, okay.
Buy low, sell high. So, for example, like for your unlimited cars, it's a $500 entry fee. But first place could pay $15,000.
Nice.
That'll pay for fuel and a few other items.
A few meals for your crew. Maybe some shocks.
And then you get into, and I don't know what all these classes, but I'm assuming unlimited's like the 40 400 class, and then modified cars, stock cars. So those are $400 entry fees with a $1,500 payday for first. So this is very cool. I mean, they're saying over $50,000 in payouts per race.
Wow.
And the series will pay out over $300,000.
Wow.
I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, that's like hashtag Chris money right there.
Right.
I mean, it's making you say wow, so that's really a wow.
Maybe I'll buy a car and start racing and see how fast I'm paralyzed.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Not.
My car will be like stuck in mud because I'm so fat.
Wow.
Your car will be like, dude, lose some weight. Dude.
Air down.
Air down for what?
Air down for what?
I am aired down.
Anyways, this is going to be cool. So he's JT Taylor, American Off-Road Endurance Race Director is going to be his official title there for the Mid-America Outdoors.
So where's the closest race in that series?
I don't know. Doesn't say.
Okay.
It's Mid-America, so do the math.
Well, I'm just curious if it means like, Colorado, or if it's going to be Kansas, or, Well, I'll look it up. I'll put that
will be
in the
coming
show
together.
notes.
So, yeah, it's going to be great. And then, Billy Champion's still the race director. So, this is exciting stuff here. Looking forward to hearing more about that, and I'm glad JT is involved with that. So.
Cool.
Anyways, there's our little update there.
All right. So when this episode drops, we'll be
The 4th.
4 days into the new year, and we'll be
January 4th.
3.5 weeks from KOH.
Man, 2022.
So a couple notes, a little bit, because we love to talk about King of the Hammers and Ultra 4 racing. So Jason and I, in our grubby little hands, we possess our media credentials.
Oh, yeah, we got approved for media. How about that?
Sweet. So 3 years in a row. Actually, is it 4 years in a row? Three years. 3 years in a row.
I don't know. Who's counting?
Yeah, media at KOH. So super excited to be able to go behind the scenes again.
So great.
And we'll be at the start-finish line this year and taking pictures and some video, and we'll getting muddy and dirty.
Yeah. Starting to line up some interviews. Excited about some of our prospects here that have interacted with us.
Oh, yeah.
Have excitingly accepted the offer to be on the podcast. So I like it. This is good.
One of the best things about being media, especially the level we're at, is access to the media tent and the internet.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have good opportunities to upload episodes. So they'll be during, and we'll talk about it more as we get closer. But we're gonna. It's not going to be one episode a week at that point. It'll be multiple episodes. They're going to come out, and they probably won't be real long episodes. I don't know how that's going to pan out, but we'll air what we can, and it's going to be super exciting.
We're just going to let it roll and see what happens, and work with what we got.
Exactly.
And who we got.
So 3.5 weeks. So hopefully you people are all buying your tickets and getting ready to either watch it on the boob tube or you'll make your trip down there and
the Facebooks.
That's right. So anyway, yeah.
Well, it's exciting. Kevin Jones announced that he will not be racing, which we suspected. We didn't want to deflate the operation at all, but it was smart, very, very smart call. Why slam together a car to race KOH? Because it's KOH. But
he doesn't do things half-assed.
No,
and why would you half-ass it?
There's a lot of thought that has gone into that car already. So why just hodgepodge the last cobble it together at the end? No. So, but that's cool because he's going to be helping out D Mill.
That's right, D Mill with a welder.
Yeah, so that's going to be awesome with the Sequoia Beast. And boy, he's been working on that thing, and that thing is totally transformed. That Sequoia is not a Sequoia anymore. Super excited to see that in person on the lake bed, because last year it was impressive, and looking at the IG post, it's just 10 times that now.
Yeah.
And it's great because, applying the knowledge that they learned last year racing and what worked, what didn't work, what they wanted to improve, ideas that they had last year, they're incorporating in. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be great to follow them. Of course, Amber, been keeping in touch with her. Yeah. Amber the Hammer. And
she's got Toyota 1 tons.
She's got Samurai 1 tons, Toyota axles, Samurai 1 tons under there, and 35s.
Woo! Going big time now.
She's going to need a little step stool to get in and out.
I know, right? She'll have to get a running start. What do they see those people do videos of them kicking their legs up and then?
Oh, I don't know. That's stupid. That's so stupid. They're like doing a handstand into the rig.
What the fuck? Why make anyway?
I don't know, but that's going to help her out immensely.
Absolutely.
And we're all rooting for her to complete KOH. Just get across that finish line within time.
Get across the finish line in regulation.
Huge, major, monumental accomplishment there in a Samurai. So you got the Ham Sammy out there too, the other Samurai that listens to us. So shout out to you guys, and looking forward to seeing you at KOH. Arturo, I need to get back in touch with Arturo, but Arturo's got a new car.
Well, he's got a 4400 car.
Yeah,
I guess they're gonna
he moved
derate
on
a little
up.
bit. I think he's gonna race it in 4800.
Oh, he is.
They
detuned it.
They were going to change the shock package, and they were going to put 37s on it.
All right. Well, we need to find out because I want to. He's great. A lot of fun. One of our earlier Ultra 4 drivers that we interviewed.
Yeah.
Took a hiatus this past year.
Yep.
And so, looking forward to see him back at KOH Racing.
Back on the lake bed, baby.
Oh my gosh! And there's just numerous people. You're watching these IG posts. Is anybody coming to your mind? Other than the big boys that are out there. We got some. I know of 3 stock, quote unquote, air quotes, stock. Broncos that are going to be racing.
Oh, really? Okay.
So in the EMC, that's going to be great watching those.
Okay. The Fords, it won't make it.
Wow. First on race day.
I don't know.
First on race day.
I see some Ram TRXs out there.
Yeah, you don't see any Rams out there. The only thing closest to a Dodge was the Dodge motor that those spec cars had that Arturo raced.
Things can always change.
Everything else,
Things can always change, man.
So that'll be cool. There's a few other up and comers that have been working behind the scenes. It's going to be interesting to watch their story unfold. We've got some new side-by-side drivers out there. Jay Barry, so that's he's been working feverishly on his golf cart side-by-side for the race. Of course, Bill. Our buddy Bill from Mad Hatters will be racing, and Dave from the Mad Hatters, right? Both of them.
Is Art doesn't have? He's not racing a side by side.
No. He's got the 4800 car,
right?
So Art and John will be there in our camp as well, racing 4800. They took last year off, 2021 KOH, so they're coming back and they are hungry to get across that finish line as well. So looking forward to
let's get a little further in the race.
How all of this, it was not good the last run, but hey, that's racing.
That's racing.
But it's not from a lack of effort getting this car ready. John has been putting in numerous hours, and it looks good. I stopped by and saw it a little over a week and a half ago, and man, John does some nice fabrication work there. So the suspension has been totally redone.
Oh, good.
And it's
you can have a chance to tune it.
Yes.
Shock tune it.
Oh yeah.
Good.
So, looking good. So, we're looking forward to it. We'll bring you some stories leading up. We've been in talks with a few people and want to get them on the interview. So, on the podcast to interview
Yep.
and get their firsthand experiences of hashtag KOH prep. Yes, Ultra 4 Jones. Hashtag KOH
Race prep.
So, and I guess he's going to have his car there, the chassis.
Yeah, it's going to be a roller.
A roller, that'll be super cool at the Nexon booth.
The Nexon booth.
And
yeah,
I was talking to him, and I guess Nexon was there last year. And had a booth, and I didn't even notice it. I mean, they must have been in a corner somewhere or something, because I walked through Hammertown numerous times through all the vendors, and I do not recall seeing Nexon anywhere out there.
And I didn't spend other than walking back and forth to the pits to the interviews, I didn't really spend a whole lot of time.
Yeah, I did, and I mean, it's fun checking and talking with all the vendors there. But anyway, so they're going to have more of a presence, and his chassis should bring some people into the booth there.
The TAC 1
Yeah.
TAC 1 Fab chassis. Yeah.
Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, so we'll see what he does there.
Exactly.
He's gonna get Coach Jones out there, but yeah, that's gonna be. And maybe the Trail Chasers will make a guest appearance here.
Maybe
we'll see.
That'd be great.
We chased them all around the SEMA show and never met up.
Never met up.
I mean,
we can chase. Well, I don't know. I don't have any energy to chase these people around.
Well, I gave them coordinates of our camp, and I said, "This is where we will be." So look for us. Yeah. But, I don't know. It would be a blast to sit around the campfire.
Oh, hell yeah.
And chat up with them on the podcast.
Set the microphones up and let it rip.
My gosh. That would be great.
We're going to come back from KOH. Well, there's going to be content coming from KOH that we'll upload from there, but there's going to be tons of stuff that's going to filter out over time while we're done.
Yes.
It's going to be good.
It will be freaking awesome.
It's going to be really good. So,
KOH 2022.
Just around the corner.
Man, that's just
like we said, buy your tickets, figure out how you're going to get down there and make it happen. And don't sleep in a tent.
Don't sleep in a tent.
What else?
What else?
That's a lot. We've already talked about a lot.
I know. We, well, as you can tell, we're excited. We're excited for the new year.
Yeah.
And which means new opportunities, new things, new
It's
ideas.
be a great year. It's going to be a shit show.
Yeah. Well, no, don't say that. Don't say that. It's going to be a wonderful year. It is going to be a rejuvenating year.
Hell yeah.
Just like, going to the massage therapist and just, we're going to 2022 is going to be the massage year. Just bringing it on back.
Somebody posted
hot tub and massage year.
Somebody posted a meme of like the 63rd variant and your 34th booster shot, and there was showed a picture of it was Mick Jagger or something.
Oh no, that's not good. No.
I'm going to take that one up and post it for the picture for this episode.
Okay.
But
there you go. No.
Oh, boy.
2020, the year of healing.
How do they get a hold of us?
Anew. They can go to oldelk.com.
There you go.
Oh, no. That's if you want your Infinity Blend. But go to Jason and Chris at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com. Of course, on the old IG, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. If you want to get a hold of Lorenzo and cheer him on his, behavior, his much improved behavior pattern here. Lorenzo at Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
Yep.
Of course, our phone number, 408-800-5169, 408-800-5169, 408-800-5169. Call now.
What's that number?
And you may or may not get a Ginsu knife set if you act now. But yeah, so looking forward to it, Chris. We are in hashtag full King of the Hammers prep.
Yes, sir.
And I'm excited. It's fun. This off-road community is focused on the lake bed, and we're just a few short weeks away.
But you're also waiting for the roads to open so you can go ski.
Yes, I am.
All right, we're in the middle.
Skiing to me is like night runs to James.
Skiing. Roads open.
Roads open. Let's go.
Where's Jason?
Lifts are spinning.
Jason.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, with that, that's all I've got.
All right. Well, I guess we're out.